another one is regression. Supervised classification and regression. So if label is defined, so you can say if label is defined, so you can say this is the supervised learning. And in label, if you find out your output is definite or discrete, so you can say you, you can say this is supervised classification. If your output is continuously changed, so you can say this is called a regression. Then unsupervised learning. Let's suppose I am giving the data set, but I did not provide you any target or any goal or any output label. So you can say that data is unsupervised. That data is unsupervised. Got it? So as of now, we have completed only this thing. This concept was only supervised, unsupervised. Okay. In supervised, we have completed labeled and supervised. We have completed what is classification and regression. As of now, any doubts? Tell me. Pratik, any doubts? Sneha, any doubts as of now?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So next one is next one is explore toy dataset. Toy dataset. So what is dataset? What is okay? And tell me what is machine learning? If I ask, what is machine learning? What is machine learning? If I ask anyone?
Without programming, computer learns automatically the things how it works.
Okay, good. Okay. So any confusion in machine learning, like what is machine learning? Any kind of confusion? What do you understand by machine learning? Tell me if you have any confusion regarding machine learning. What is machine learning? Do you know? Let's suppose. Have you ever seen 3 years or 2 years baby? How they learn from their parents, from their environment. Have you ever thought? So far, what they you have to think because in machine learning you have to give more and more thinking. Let's suppose this is a 2 year child's 2 year baby. Okay, how they learn everything, each and everything, even even though the rate of learning is more faster than now. In comparison to, let's suppose, now in the age of 25 to 30, we stop learning most of the stop learning new words. Okay, new words. But in age of the 2 to 5 years, you can say the child learn around thousands new words. You know, thousand new words. How it's possible? Even though you are last 2 years, I don't think so. Anyone, yeah, right, Pratik. I don't think so. Anyone learned more than 200 new words. If you are preparing some exams like IELTS or GRE, then it's fine. Otherwise, normal students cannot learn nowadays in age between 25 to 30, 200 words. But this child's in between age of 2 to 5, they can learn 1,000 plus new words. How it's possible? Because what we giving here, you can say, let's suppose in your students, like let's suppose what they did like every day that a baby child's getting some experience from that environment, and then after the experience they are trying to do some performance, they are giving some accuracy, even though parents give some hey, uh, uh, they say like you don't touch these things because this is a fire. So who's give the experience? Your parents, her maybe their parents give some experience. You don't have to touch this object because this is the fire. How this child detect? How this child detect that we don't have to touch this fire? Because child is don't doesn't know like this is the hot or cool. Same as it is, our machine doesn't know. Like let's suppose I'm giving here. What is the objective of learning the machine learning? Machine learning. Do you know? Let's suppose I'm giving here three bags here. This three bags is in three bags there is some items: X item, Y item, and Z item. And then I told to machine that hey, you have to pick a Z item. I do, even though machine does not know what is inside in this item, what is inside in this item bag, what is inside in this bag. Let's suppose this bag is full of apple, this bag is full of papaya, and this bag is full of mango. There is nothing name is there, nothing. So some color on the basis of some color or anything, so you have to pick that bag. How machine will be picked? So what we'll do like we'll give some experience to machine, okay, on the basis of some data set. On the basis of what? Data sets. What is data set? Data set is nothing but we have some past experience data. Past experience data. On the basis of that data set, I will train to machine through our machine learning model, and then after machine will be find out, machine will be giving the result for better accuracy. So this is called ETP. Got it? Got it or not? Tell me guys. Got it? Even though I will describe the major concept is, you know I will describe there is two type of data: test data and train data. I will describe these things later. So you will be getting more and more clarity every day. So you have to also things like a machine learning. You have to work on this concept ETP. Every day you have to get some experience from your past learning, let's suppose, and try to give some accuracy, some performance here, so that you will be learn more and more. Machine learning is all about model, all about algorithms, all about giving advanced features in engineering. Feature engineering is also one part. Okay, so coming to the topic, what is a toy dataset? What is a toy dataset? So let's suppose toy dataset is nothing but, as name suggests here, toy dataset. Toy means like a, there have there may be some dataset for for our learning purpose. For our learning purpose. So I want to open this toy dataset. This is the one site. Skitic, this is for scientific kit learning org. This is the government. Okay, this is the official site for machine learning. You can see here. We have a data set. This is the load Boston data and load Iris data. Okay, so it will, this data set is load and return Boston house price data set regression. I want to know the Boston house price data set. Okay, so this is the regression problem. This is the regression problem. I want to open this data set, so you can see here sklearn.dataset load underscore Boston. Okay, and I want to know return. You can see here, this is data type is bunch. Data type is bunch. So in their data sets, we have some CSV file. We have some CSV file, some data which is related to that Boston city, Boston data set, Boston house. So according to data, there may be some parameters which will be, I want to show there is one site from where everybody gets that data set. This is called UCI. So let's suppose I tell you, hey, you have to create one data set. So I will describe how can create your own data sets. But before that, we want to observe existing data set. So this is the official site UCI machine learning repository. What is repository? Repository means where you stored your some projects or some class, some packages. Okay. So there is two kind of repository. One is repository, one is official, or one is a public repository and private repository. So public repository is easily accessible for everyone. Even though in our company there is a repository where every in our company there is a repository. So they are using maybe Git repository or SVN. Okay, so in Git there is another project Bitbucket, and okay, Bitbucket is there. So every company have their code base. That means where they can store their code so that developer can easily sync with that latest code. Okay, because let's suppose you worked on some another models and you are working on another model. How can you sync it? Every day you cannot share your code peer to peer. So that once you're done with your code, you can commit the code, and there is some central repository. From there, another developer can download that code and start working from that same page. So same here we have for in machine learning, there is one public repository called UCI. Even though all of the companies like a Google, Facebook, they are also getting that data from here only. UCI machine learning. So is this data set? Let me open that. If you want visit that view all data sets, you have to click here view all data set. You can see here there is different type of data set. What is classification? Let's suppose you want to some data set which is based on classification. So you can click on that classification data set. So here In classification, let's suppose I want to know data set, adult data set. Then so you can, okay, so you can see here data set characteristic, multivariate instance, number of instance 48842, area, what is the area, from which area this data set belonging, social area, donated, when it donated 1996. So you can see what is associated at, this is the classification data. You can see who donor name, Ronnie Coville and Barry Baker, okay, from Silicon Graphics. So this is the data mining and visualization. So these guys donated that data set. So is this data set is real data or mock data? Mock data. Tell me, real data and mock data here. Any guides? Don't Ashif, you have attended to the class, please. Okay, mock data. Okay, so we can see here this is mock data. Like anyone, no one can share, actual data, because actual data sharing. Let's suppose you are working in okay, and you have some data. Even though let's suppose you are working as a IT developer, software developers, okay, in payment banks. So you have a lot of data, but according to RBI guidelines, okay, you cannot share that data. So data sharing is a crime. Data sharing is not a legal. So on the basis of actual data, this guy is prepared that data set. This guy prepared the data set and then donate. So you can see here, I want to know that data sets, I want to download that data set. So you can go here, data set, even though you can say data set description also. Okay, and this is the dataset folders. You can go here, and if you want to download that parent directory indexes adult.data, so you can download that data. I want to open that dataset. Let me open here. Well, so can we open this? Let me check. Generally, it should be in a CSV file. Okay, I don't know. So we can see here, this is the data which is related to, okay. So you can see here, private, associate, advocate, females. This is the adult data, United States, which is the cell is less than, okay. Professional specialty, husband, white, male, private, husband, grand, never married. So you can say who is the never married, other service, own child or not. This kind of data. Okay, let me open this in different format. Open with the Excel here. it's not open with action. Okay, now issue. Next data I want to show here. This is the parent directory. Lot of data set is here. You can see here breast tissue data. So cancer related data sets, life science related data sets we have. So you can see here, you can see here they have created some data sets of electrical independence. Okay, existing tissues from the breast. So we can see this kind of data sets from this site. That to go back. Got it? How can you download that data sets? Let's suppose you want to get some data set which is related to. You can select the area also, life science. In life science, you can get the data sets. Let's suppose you wanted to know the data set which is belongs to breast cancer. So you can go there. Okay, then here you can find out all the details, their source, their dataset information, and then go to that data folder. You can download that data from here also, same as it is. You can download. Okay, so So we can see here this. So what you can do here for your assignment, you can go there and you can explore that data sets. You can explore that data sets. Let's suppose I want to describe here. We have a Boston data set, Boston data set, and we can see here what is that Boston set data sets. In Boston house price data sets, we have a data set characteristics, how it's measured at price. So there are number of attributes 13. So what is the attribute information? Crime rate, then Jane propagation of residential land genre for lot of over 25,000 square feet. Indus, charge, RM, age, dis, red, tax. So these are the parameters. On the basis of that parameters, Boston house price data sets created. Right? What is the house price of Boston city? Got it. So same as it is today, we'll do like today we'll work like a explorer. There is another data set. This is the famous data set. This is called Iris data set. Which one? Iris data set. So what is Iris data set? If you want, you can go there. Even though in Google, if you want to search Iris data set, Iris data set, you can search here. Iris data set. You can directly go there. Even though it is also reflecting. This is the Iris data set. So what is Iris? What is Iris? Iris is nothing but it is a flower. If you want, go to that data folder. Okay, and you can download Iris data. Sorry. You can download the Iris data. Let me open this iris filament. It's not giving you the options of it should be opened in the, you can see here, this is the iris data. Okay, in iris data, you can say there is iris setosa. Okay, let me open with this iris data into the Excel. Why it's not opened? Dot data file, right? Can we convert into the CSV? Any by chance? One second. Let me change here. You have to choose some. It will take some times, but ideally, let's suppose I want to write here iris.csv. It will be getting or not. Let me open. Okay, now it's fine. Working good. Okay, so we can see here. We can see here. This is our iris data set. This is our iris data set. Don't say. This is our iris data sets. So we can say here the total number of column is, I want to calculate the number of column. Okay, so we can see here how the number of column is, what is 150. Total number of columns of this iris data set is 150. That means, and in this iris data set, we can see here, there is iris setosa. Let's calculate here number. This is the iris setosa. Okay, iris setosa. Okay, you can see here total count is 50. Then after iris versicolor, total is 50. Then after, you can see here iris virginica. So there is three kinds of iris flower. One is setosa, another one is versicolor, then virginica. Iris setosa, versicolor, and virginica. There is 4 attributes. So you can go there and check with the data sites. There is a indexes. I want to know the index. Sorry, different I downloaded. Let me open this. I don't know why. So in this iris dot name that data, you can see here there is 4 attributes. You can say attribute information of this data: sepal length in centimeter, sepal width in centimeter, petal length in centimeter, and petal width in centimeter. What is the class? Class iris setosa, iris versicolor, and iris virginica. You can say iris versicolor. You can say how it's finding that sepal length. This is the max. Okay, then mean, then standard deviation, then correlation, then flower. So what is a iris flower? So that it will give more clarity. Irish, sorry. So you can see here there is three flowers. One is iris versicolor, another one is iris setosa, and next one is iris virginica. There is three same flower. The flower's name is iris, but there is variety of flowers in same flowers group, same class. We have a three subclass: iris versicolor, iris setosa, and iris virginica. So have you think like thought like how the data set is prepared, how that data set is prepared, how that absorb this is the verticolor or this is the setosa or this is the virginica, how the machine will understand like this is the verticolor, this is the setosa, and this is the virginica. How? So you can see here in this flower there are two type of leaf. The leaf which is longest one, that is called sepal. The leaf which is just overcome, just smallest, so you can say this is the petal. What is this is the petal or this one is where I am marking, this is the petal or sepal. Petal, this is the petal, this is the petal, this one is sepal, this one is sepal, this one is sepal. Same as it is here, this is the sepal, this one is sepal, and the smallest one is petal. So how can we identify this flower is verticolor, this flower is setosa, and this flower is virginica? How can we? On the basis of sepal length and sepal width and petal length and petal width, we can identify, hey, this is the verticolor, this is the setosa, and this is the virginica. Even though you can say here, you can identify, you can see the length of this sepal. So this is the length, this one is length, and this is the width. So this is the length and width of the sepal. Same as it is, this one is length of petal and this one is width of petal. So in this official data set, you can see here there is, what is this? These are the classes. The first 50 columns denote to the first 50 columns denote to the setosa. And in this setosa, you can say this one is, even though I show the index also, so this one is sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width in centimeter. So you can see here, first observation says like 5.1 is a sepal length and 3.1 is a sepal width. It is a sepal length and sepal width. 1.4 is the sepal, 1.4 is the petal length, and 0.2 is the petal width. And you can say this is the iris setosa. So you can observe that data set from, you can observe that data set up to here, up to 50. Then after you can observe next one is verticolor. Then after you can observe the data set, next one is virginica. So we have a verticolor virginica and we have a verticolor virginica, and Versicolor, Virginica, and Setosa, Versicolor, and Virginica. Got it? Okay. Give me 2 minutes time. You can observe the data set. Give me 2 minutes.